Release. The term release can basically be described in two different separate sections. One would be how the forearms, the hands, and the wrists and the club head release, and the second one would be how the lower body releases, or the body releases, through the shot during the forward swing. So starting off a little bit here with the hands and the forearms and the club, what should happen right here when we're swinging the golf club, you'll notice how the lead forearm, the lead wrist actually start to turn over during that forward swinging motion. Typically that's going to start just prior to the golf ball to square the club face up, and you'll notice how the lead wrist is flat right now. As we continue on and we release that club head fully, you'll notice how that lead wrist is very flat at this stage of the game. Typically what happens with most golfers, they tend to scoop this way, or their arm tends to break down. So if we can really kind of work on developing a little bit of that release like that, we should start to change how our club head enters that impact zone and hopefully promote a more profound strike on the golf ball. With the lower body, the term release is used to define how this lower body actually starts to move through the golf ball and moves into its finished position. When you take a look at the tour professionals, you'll typically see that when they start forward, there's a little bit of a lateral motion in that pelvic region, and basically getting to a point where the back knee and the back hip more or less get to the golf ball, or even with the golf ball, to release properly into their finish. With many amateur golfers, the tendency is to kind of stay back right in here, moving the bottom of the swing arc back behind the ball. So if you take a look at this swing for a moment, you'll notice a couple things. You'll notice that the release with the hands, lead wrist is very flat, and you'll also notice how the trail side of the body, or the lower body, actually releases and turns to the target. And it looks like this. And that's release.